Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining this webinar, which is being recorded on Thursday, 15th January 2025. My name is Darren Hooker. I'm a partner in the Housing and Regeneration team at Capstix, and I specialise in and I head up the social housing governance and regulation team. So I spend my days advising registered providers of social housing on their internal governance and on the regulation that applies to them. And in this session, I'm going to be providing an update for you on where we are in terms of social housing law by firstly having a look back at some of the key developments that we've seen across 2025, but then also having a look forward to what we're expecting to see in 2026. So what are we going to cover today? I've set out on the slide here some of the topics that I'm going to talk through. I'm going to start by having a look back at the promises that Labour made in the run-up to and then following the general election, and then consider the economic and the consumer context the sector has and we all have been operating in. I'm then going to have a look at some of the specific changes that have been introduced in relation to building, rent and funding, as well as some of the bigger changes around planning, renters' rights and leasehold reform. I'll then come back to talk more specifically about the ongoing changes in regulation of social housing and finish by just talking about the Housing Ombudsman's and the Regulator of Social Housing's views and focus going forward. I'll also then spend a bit of time looking at a case study which really embodies what we've seen across 2025. In broad terms, what I would say, and what you can see from the size of the list on your screen here, is that 2025 has been another really incredibly significant year for the social housing sector. And obviously this follows what have already been a series of really significant years for the sector. Housing, of course, is central to society, both at a personal or social level, but also at an economic level. And as we will see, it has been central to what Labour wants to achieve over its term of office. I'm not therefore going to be able to cover absolutely everything that's happened over the last year, but I will talk through some of the most significant developments.